Hi, Roland again, and I'm looking at old Forth systems. This one is for the Sinclair QL computer, and it's by Computer One, just called Forth. So this is the packaging for it, and I will show it to you in an emulator called Quemulator for Windows 3.4. I have a configuration file which just loads it for me. Now, if you know anything about Forth, you probably already know that you push numbers onto the stack. We can see what's on the stack with the .s print stack without destroying it. 4's on the top there. I can add the numbers on the stack, see what's on the stack. I can pop that 7 off the stack, print it, and the stack should now be empty. And not only that, if I try to print something from the stack which is empty, there will be a problem, an error message saying empty stack. So with Forth, I'm not sure you can see it, but right at the bottom here it says Computer One Forth. That's actually my directory where I have all the files. So if I wanted to see what's in that directory, I would do a directory of microdrive 1, and that's what's in my Forth folder that I'm using at the moment. This is the main Forth program. This boots it, and this was a backup of it because I did a little bit of patching from some information on the QL user forum about a couple of bugs. So my version 2 is patched, and actually somewhere in the software it talks about Forth 3.0 1984. Anyway, whether I have Forth 2.0 or 3.0, I have no idea. If anybody has a copy of this program, which unfortunately is not in the public domain, I would be very grateful if they could share it or sell it or whatever with me, and then I can check that my files are all in order. So with Forth we can define words. This will just print an asterisk on the screen, a little star. When I call this word, I've just defined a word called star. There you go, printed a star. If I define a word called row, which expects a number on the stack, then this row will start a do loop. I will just print a star and loop. However many times I call it, 20 row, 20 stars, 30 row, 30 stars, 76 row, so forth. So I can also define another word called Everest. Now Everest will also create a loop. It'll expect a number on the stack. That's important that you write that when you write source code. It will index the number on the loop and pass it to the word row, finish the loop and finish the definition. So if I say for Everest or 14 Everest or 28, Actually, I'm going to put the original speed on of the QL. You may have seen me change that up here, original. Because if you look at the words at full speed, well, it won't be possible to see them all. It's too fast. Original speed will help you, and you can pause with the space bar, continue with the space bar. These are all the words that are predefined in the vocabulary. Oh, you can just see our words as well. The latest one was Everest. Then before that we defined row, and we defined star. And star called a word somewhere in here called emit, which I don't see, but it will be here somewhere. So we're going to call a couple of words here just to show you a little bit. Escape leaves that quickly. And let me talk about, I think we'll talk about the full screen editor. Edit screen number 1. This is our screen or block of source code, which is in this file here, microdrive 1 4th screen. You can use other file names to store other blocks of screens. Here's the date, anything in brackets are comments, and we have, for example here, this expects a number on the stack, this word, and it leaves nothing on the stack. And this symbol here means carry on compiling to the next screen. So if we press Ctrl N, we see the next screen, and it is a continuation of the previous one, and here it stops compiling. Next screen. Anyway, there are various screens here. These are the error messages for the full system. When it prints out, comes across an error. And there are various examples: arrays, random numbers, integer square roots, and various demos and programs to test the system with. I'm going to show you a couple of commands. Press ESC to escape and another ESC to escape. Now it's important to press Ctrl C to change from the super basic cursor to the one in this task. And what I'm going to show you are a couple of words in action. Let's try and do this quickly. And we'll have a red fill block. It's one of the words in the dictionary. Now, let me carry on, show you a couple more. Let's have a white. White just puts the number 7 on the stack. Fill block. It's basically width, height, X, Y, color, and then those are the parameters that fill block expects. And why not try green fill block? There we go. So basically this word requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers on the stack. However, some of the definitions require floating point numbers. For example, circle, we have to convert the next number to floating point. So we use the word F#, I'll call it. And let's put a radius of, I don't know, 40. Oops, I will not recognize that word if I misspell it. 40. Circle. Let's have same center, X, Y. 38. Circle. So we can do little graphics and things on the screen, which is fun when you're trying to learn a language, to see something happen straight away, to have feedback from your commands. And actually I'm going to show a little we're going to load in a little screen which I believe is 39. Let me show this to you. This is screen 39, block 39 if you like. And we're going to load 39, which draws a globe. And has the word globes in it. This draws and also draws over, erasing lines and so forth. It's just a little graphical demo that you can get in the that's supplied with the program. Let's just watch it finish. The actual source code, which I did actually list, was very compact, very minimal. Of course, if I put that on full speed and ran globes, it's done instantaneously. And I like to see it run slowly actually. Another little program that you can load and observe is called Nibblers. Now Nibblers was on, let's just show it, edit. It's opening up the file, 22. And here we see Nibblers demo, few instructions. Control N for next screen, and we see a few random number generator. Oh, I've maybe gone past this. Nibblers demo. Build dam, talks about flooding and these little nibblers that will eat away at our dam unless we manage to hit them with missiles. So the descriptions of the words are very important, that you find an accurate description that gives the character, the meaning of the word as accurately as possible. So if you choose good words, and these certainly are, an intro, we can understand what it's going to do. Open face and close mouth, etc. So let's exit that and let's load. Let me check I'm in slow speed, otherwise we'll have problems here. Control C, and we'll load screen 22. Task is a word that has just been redefined. If you define a word twice, it will settle for the second definition of that word, the most recent one. And what's happened? It looks like we've loaded our program. So if we type in nibblers, use the spacebar to defend the dam. What level? Well, I'm no expert at this. Here's the water, here's the dam, here are the dam nibblers coming in. Spacebar, missed. Oh, I hit that one. No, they're nibbling away at my dam, and I'm a rotten shot here. Oh, got one. Oop, narrowly missed another one. Narrowly missed another. You can see my dam will not last long, and those poor people in the houses will be flooded. Ooh, awful. I better stick to the day job. Let's try and get this one. Oh, I actually hit one. Oh, major threat. Anyway, you probably don't want to watch this too much longer, so let's just let them nibble away. Dam's getting a bit... Oh, there you go, it flooded. And that's enough of that one. Another key, another game. Let's put level 6 on. Doesn't like it. 1 to 5. So, what else? Well, this is a picture of the QL. Let's see if I can make that a bit bigger. It's this thing. 2 microdrive cartridges on the side. And it ran, I remember, quite a nice program called, let's see if I can find this, Cyan Chess. Cyan Chess was a good program for it. I played very good chess, and you have a 2D interface, or you have a 3D interface. And this was a nice program which I enjoyed, and probably one of the better programs for the QL. We can change level, various commands here to do what you like with it. Let's go back to our 4th. And is there anything I missed out on? Did a few graphics. The full screen editor, I quite like it. Well, like it very much actually. Next. If we mess something up, we can type Control Z. And when we exit, I'll show you how to use a different file to store your screens on. Let's go back to the directory of computer 1/4. I'm not sure if I'm running it from here, but I've written project screen, and there should be another screen file somewhere. 4 screen is the default one that it uses. Test screen. I'll try and run this one, test screen. I'll try and use that. So if I say using Microdrive 1 test screen, let's see, now the screen file is Microdrive 1 test screen. If I edit screen number 1, it's screen number 1 has changed immediately, because we're now using this test screen file. This was all about opening a file. These are the commands to actually open a file: control block, screen, file name. Then you put the name of your new file, in this case test screen, and you make the file, and you close the file. And next, sometimes you get a little error if you come to the end of the file. There you go, reading test error. But you can pad these out with, let me show you again. If I edit 1, go to the next screens, you can always empty Control E for empty screen, and move the cursor to the top. Next screen, etc. Let me escape and apparently if you use Control C here, if you use using on its own, although you get a little error message, it opens and closes test screen, which is useful. Right, that's everything I've shown. Let me go back to using microdrive 1 4th screen, and if I edit that, edit screen number 0. Right, that will do for today. I hope I've covered most things I wanted to do. It's just a quick look at computer 1 4th, which I think retailed for £40, 40 GBP, and it does many more things than I was talking about. Of course it does, because it's a whole 4th system, a 4th 83 system, by the way. 40 columns. Speed. Runs too quickly otherwise. Different graphics mode here. But can go back to 80 columns and look at my words. These are all the words in the dictionary, starting with 4th. Okay, that will do for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little program. If you have a copy, let me know. If you've done anything with it, let me know. And I am also going to cover Super 4th and a few things on the Raspberry Pi, a few things. I've covered a little bit of BBC on the BBC, on BBEM. So covered Aconsoft 4th, and I will cover maybe half a dozen Spectrum 4ths and C64 4ths and so forth. Anyway, that's about it. Cheerio.